How are you both doing today?
All right.
Awesome. I know you guys decided to come in today, talk about possible considerations for birth control. I was kind of curious, like, what reasons you have for that.
It's just really expensive right now with inflation and everything. I just cost effectively cannot have kids because I am broke. I work 2 jobs and my husband's a deadbeat man who doesn't work for a living. So
Good. Okay, I gotcha. I know those are no struggles. What about you?
In my family, it's really common to have just a lot of complications when they're pregnant and stuff, and there's a lot of risks. So I just would rather not.
Okay, 100%. So those are both completely valid options for needing birth control. A couple options that I'll put out there right away. Obviously, there's pretty common ones, pretty easy ones to do, like condoms, that they're reasonably effective. Other options for you both. If you're looking for those, like IUDs, right? So basically, it's something that is inserted that will help you both just not get pregnant. And they're extremely effective. That's one of the greatest pros of them. Is they last about 3 to 10 years, depending on the type. They can be extremely effective. Now, another option we have is like daily pills you could take. They can help with other things as well, like acne. That's like one of the pros of some of them, but they can be pretty tedious to take because they are daily.
Yeah, that actually I had a concern about that. So I know people who take like the pills or even like a hormonal IUD, and I'm just kind of like concerned about the synthetic hormones. I don't want that to mess with me or make me into a different person, kind of, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think most of the time, I think for some people it can be a problem, but I think generally it isn't a problem for individuals. And so I don't think that, and if it does tend to be that way, then there are other options for pills that might not do that. Or just other options in completely like IUDs, or just being super careful with wearing condoms and things like that for your significant other. You guys, do you have any problems or any concerns or questions?
just with cost, like how much.
Yeah.
'Cause I know condoms aren't like the most expensive thing, but like with an IUD or even like the pills, is it like expensive?
Yeah, so like IUD without insurance can be relatively expensive. It can cost a few $100 upwards of that. But like pills, they should be reasonably attainable depending on the pill you want. There's some over-the-counter ones that are a little cheaper, and there's some that can be prescribed that might cost more, but could be with insurance as well, not as much. So there's a couple options for you both. And like these, like the sources that we get these from, like, you can look it up online. Like PubMed Central is a common one of a place you can go to get these sources. Another one is let me see, I have it written over here that I don't visit too often. It's like MD Edge. Have a lot of articles written by like scientists or doctors who have done a lot of research in those areas. That if you can you can look into those, and not just take my word for it. Guess do you both have any other questions, or
Are there any like cons to, or I guess risks, I don't know, to doing like a certain type of birth control?
Yeah, so I think most types of birth control are relatively safe because of the research, and the ones that will be prescribed, we obviously you're with me, and I can help make sure that there won't be any risks with that. And so if you just if they're all available and you just got to take one and use one, then there could be more risks. But because you've come to me, I can prescribe ones that will be less risky or just totally fine. Some of them can regulate your hormones and periods better, your cycles better, and that actually helps a lot in general with acne. So there are a lot of pros, not too many cons though.
Okay.
In terms of that, it can be tedious to take the pill, obviously, like I said before.
Yeah.
But
For
yeah,
sure.
does that answer your question?
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Sweet. Thank you both.